Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Imperator Rome Invictus Saba, also known as Yamnat currently, here on the Lord Master channel, in which the last two episodes that were more economic focused, and especially with the previous episode where it was just mainly about the stabilize and growth of Punt, and a little bit of working on the home provinces within Arabia Felix, in which in this episode we'll continue a little more of that. And let's see. We still got a couple of tasks to do, mainly to expand the trade here in Arabia Felix Centralis, which is going to be, well, take some time because we're going to need some political influence for this. Get it up there, as I'm trying to, try to gain some by any means. And after we invest in these three new trade routes, they're more embellished by Eva, as great as it already is. And then subsequently, the temples of Adan. It's going to have 3 libraries. And then we're going to spend more money to renovate those shrines within a year. And then spend even more money for a great temple, make 4 religious endowments, make it into an independent country. Why on earth would I want to do that? I think I would rather spend the money, since we make such good income. Let's not waste any time here, as we got some provincial investments to do, such as build another library. Did you say library? We have to get rid of the Port of Law. Start seeing him as a rival now, even though he's in inflammation and in mourning. I wouldn't worry about too much. And subsequently, we're building an iron mine, because iron is not the kind of resource that you would find anywhere within the Arabian Peninsula. It was thanks to our prospectors from the previous episode that found it. Some iron here locally. Now, an incendiary speaks in Communicum, which is over here. Hot-headed slave of the town with orientation by the name of Barik has been stirring his fellow bondsmen in the settlement of Communicum. The local authorities have so far managed to keep the situation under control, but the brazen fool continues to hold forth on the corruption and unfairness of the political system, with Caleb II receiving honorable mentions. The slave province of the entire province of Arabia Felix Centralis has by now heard of his exploits, and the city elites and slave owners are demanding immediate action to ensure the status quo is not disturbed further and any slave rebellions crushed or can be allowed to foment. Again, this is for the whole province. But to be real honest here, the Cavalry province is always lost, so that means round up the Trollmaker, destroys the crucifix, which means there's no way that unrest can go up, because this is a province capital. So I'm sorry it went like that. Almost at the max here. Also, we got a new military tradition since we have great warships now, so if we want this way, which adds more camel and horse archer defense and desert combat bonus, which is always good for our future expansion towards Arabia. This way is more infantry, that's light infantry, and this way. And this one's more camo focused and light cavalry, which we got plenty of those. Camels and light cavalry. Continue to go down that way, and then you may get cavalry skirmish in the future. More discipline on such things is always good. Yeah, we don't have much in the way of light infantry. Except those from Punt. As much as I would like to create that, but... let's see. Look, unlike levies, legions allow you much greater control over the composition of your army. They can benefit from the use of siege engineers, highly specialized infantry, capable of bringing fortresses to city walls to ruin in short order. Legions also have a series of sub-commanders which take to the field in the event that the legion split into multiple units. They are capable of earning distinctions or dishonors based on their conduct in battle, as well as tracking various achievements and conquests over the course of the campaign. Actually, that description's right friggin' there. Why'd you read that off there? So if I want to raise my first legion, you gotta do it in Punt rather than our capital. And you know, levies can only be raised from integrated cultures. Legions do not. You don't need that. You know what? Go for this path. Because the camel cavalry has always been the mainstay of the Arabian military. Well, so for Bedouin rights. For increased camel defense. Nobody can convince or oppose his will on a camel like the Bedouin, who eats and sleeps with it under the stars. A camel is the backbone of the army. I mean, we don't have an army, we just have levies. Keep that well in mind when you use such terms. Alright, another library to go up. Did you say library again? Damn it. Except for your pronunciations. 1 gold each month for gemstones now, ever since we increased its value. That's 1. Now do it 2 more times. Which means do that again and it's going to cost you another 80. And you pay additional gold for it. Got any more cinnabar, anybody? No? Wish. Actually get some wine. Now we have reduced legion maintenance costs, so that way in future when we create our first legion it'll be cheaper to maintain. All we have to do now is just play the waiting game. It takes 2.5 years to get it up to 80. Unless we get lucky with certain events. Oh, they're at it again. Parthians are obviously winning. They're going to try to annex all of this. If you dare touch a part of Arabia, you and I are going to have a problem. Okay, I'll take the corruption. But keep in mind, this goes down gradually unless I increase the wages. Years old and you got awfully high finesse. He was a researcher. Ah, intelligent. Hopefully we get a free innovation. Now let's see. Because our focus now should be go towards the supply limits and such things. Because supply has always been an issue with us. Now, another investment in this. Alliance on the Ptolemaic Kingdom? Really? Sure, you have no issues against us, and we don't have against you. But to me, you're more trouble than you're worth. And you have way more population than I do, which means fighting against you, we'll be facing an army of the infinite. So, I'm just gonna ignore it. We're doing okay on our own. Unless you got territorial ambitions against Kush. Because Kush is apparently gaining on you now. And you have issues with Kush, right? You ever cast a spell on them? I'm going to say yes. They do against us. Yep. No need to rush. Just get this first. Then we'll embellish it. And let's not forget Arabian Jeddah. $13, $15, $18, $19, $20, and you got them all. More wine, please. We're gonna get wine from Carthage. Nice. Now I consider Carthage as a trade partner alongside with the Ptolemaic Kingdom. But you know what? I'm gonna say screw it. Complete this, in which we'll have the Murph of Arabic, which increases the local tax, local import routes, slaves needed for local surplus, and Taif next door will now produce Murph instead of livestock. And you know, since we have Nabatea in our pocket, might as well get rid of that. Free up some local manpower there. I said, you know what? Screw it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? Do it. Some areas are going to be depopulated. And we'll be sure to populate them all back. Populate them all back. What kind of phrasing is that, Lord Master? Come on. The mode for Arabia is renowned the world over. There never seemed to be a lack of demand for it. There are opportunities for us to increase our production of this valuable product, but we would need more workers to meet this demand. Enact. There you go. This place has got nerve as well. Means you gotta have a reservoir for it. Got a logging camp. That helps. Oh yeah, this city that nobody gave a damn about. I'll relocate that there, since there is a city there. I don't know why I have a tendency to designate small cities without any buildings that says, oh, it's a city that nobody gives a damn about. I don't know why I say that. But anyways, let's see what we can do here. Just get this. Court along will do, and then a mill, simply for pot migration attraction, if people want to come over there. So if you want to form Arabia, you gotta own at least 80% of the territories in the region of Arabia. Not this time, perhaps. As much as I would like to get more stability, but no. Save the political. Further increase on the finesse of everybody, including myself. I got 10 finesse. If I wasn't so foolish, I got 11. Master. Damn, why didn't I go that path? Have his ass flogged. And also, I have a tendency to say that a man's ass should be flogged, because ever since I saw that one image long ago, I know it's a bit screwed up image, where basically it's just a man who's stripped down to his clothes, and then you get this image of two Roman soldiers who were just whipping a man, flogging a man at his back, while his bare ass was exposed. Damn it, Lord Master, what is up with you? You know he's got another daughter, Hanamat. future is female, I guess. One of you is going to be a future Queen of Sheba, one would think. Push is expanded there, and Gymnentia is ready for the taking. I think we should take Eliphas. We do have a claim there. No one's going to save him now. And we do have legitimate claims over here, so Aromata and Eliphas. Sure, we don't have a professional army yet, but we could put 2 armies at the ready. Station 1 there, and then the other there. You got it. So there will actually be a war for once. I was thinking about going slave raiding, then I saw how vulnerable this small nation is to conquest, so might as well get to that. So, that's how this goes. Raise these 2 levies here. I'll go down to Adan, and you, perfect. You're in position already. And their levy's gonna come from over there. Oh, you be on guard. They have no fortress there, but this one does. You know what? Just go this way around. We'll repopulate those areas again. So in the meantime, should spend money on territories that needs of improvements. This one here. Yeah, why not? Build a barracks. This one here also has a ladder. Town commons. Yeah, let's have that for once. Give me 2 reservoirs. Give me a barracks. Reservoir. Town commons. Yeah, just basically improve all areas of Arabia Felix. Slave estate here. Reservoir. Reservoir. Yes, basically. improve all these areas. That's what we should spend our money for, knowing that we care about political influence at this point. And since you moved all those pops over here, build a grand theater. That'll help with the provincial. Seems that Shaddad is really taking his job as general. By general, you mean? Oh yeah, he's running the levies, yes. He started reworking the whole infrastructure of the troops assigned to him. However, these changes started seeing a lot of officers and troops who are loyal to the general over Yamna. Troubled development of what the future might hold. Shaddad knows best. He increases his martial skill. Amenity, they say, knows no bounds. And to say that Samhule despises Khalid would be a gross understatement. He's made his intentions clear after he sent a bunch of shady brigands to tail Khalid. The public may very well catch wind of this embarrassing situation. Perhaps post an extra guard tonight. I'll spend my personal funds for it. There's the family head. You want to become a tyrant? Are you mad? You know what that does? I mean, that increases the martial or of it, but that's corruption. And you're narrow-minded. So if I were you, honestly, you should go for oratory. So that's what you should go for. Studying oration and commerce. Become a politician. See if you could get your charisma up. Because perhaps one day you'll be as charismatic as me. Hey, where are you going? Disloyal Admiral. Everyone in Mayaba is aware that his attempts to use their familial connections to buy political power. Seems that everyone, from the lowliest bodyguards to the heads of the great families, have received a bribe from the purse of Samale. The managers discussed then when Khalid summoned him to the capital to demand a cut. I don't know what you're up to, but don't forget me. Crud. To bribe you too. Feel like I'm ass kissing and not getting anywhere near to the next goal. let it continue to migrate. Let it grow organically before I consider moving some slaves around to increase them up to 40, so I could build one more library. Meanwhile, let's take Eliphas. They do have precious metals, so I'm looking forward to build mines there, and some other things to improve the food situation there. And this over there, this contains leather and wild game. Alright. Pretty valuable to us. Whatever gets my popularity up. I'm home freely. Cavalry, find them and chase them. They're going that way. There they are. Got them all. If you're having trouble, we'll come up and meet you up there. We're coming. Some honey would be nice. Invest in one more trade thing as required. I'll be sure to get more honey. Some diplomatic reputation would be nice. That'll be the way to try to get the Tasmites in. But I fear there's going to be a day where we're going to try to get them in, fight them in a revolt of theirs, and then they'll say, oh, thank you, and then they'll become tribal vassals. I think that's the way to get them in. Well done. Banished as a class. Farming settlement as it should be. Blacksmith. For base metals. You got a mine. You two got a mine, alright. Previous owners did some sense here. If I wanted to build a city in Eliphas, I think Gar Adag would be a suitable place, but I do have the money, but I don't have the political influence to make it happen. Well done, though. Also get to port over there. So you should build a port there as well. The flavors that our people have grown accustomed to are becoming rarer and rarer these days. To much the chagrin of Khalid II, whose breath is usually scented with the spices of distant kingdoms. As the cardamom palms and black pepper begin to disappear in the markets, everyone is crying for Yam not to do something, anything to restock supplies, no matter the cost. We have to procure some from our neighbors. So another port here would do. Kindite tribute ceases. Tribute has stopped coming in from Kinda. The Kindite people argue that the arrangement of paying for our protection is no longer serving their interests and are better off seeking protection by other means. Preposterous. Stops becoming a tributary, I'm not. How dare you? How dare you? That's unacceptable. Well, I think there's a reason why. They changed governments. They're an autocratic monarchy now. Could still be allies. Okay. If you don't want to be the feudatory, at least we can make you a tributary. Pay us in gold instead of manpower. Hope that's okay with you. We're going to try to make this work. So fine, there'll be a tributary. Because I have no desire to try to declare war against them first. I'm going to try to bring them back in here. And there is another way. Oh, he's an old man. And again, don't have the political influence that if I'm going to attempt to befriend him. It's another way to improve relations. Be friends with the ruler himself. generations of ancestors. Deep in the forgotten rural hinterlands of Bab-el-Mandeb, a cult of venerating of our ancestors instead of our gods becomes somewhat prominent among the locals. Speaking at length about our ancient traditions and ways, they're looking to the past for guidance on how to live our lives. Bringing these cultists into our society would make us connect more closely with the rural elements of our society, at the cost of our relationship with our urban subjects. Leave them be. They're having food shortage issues. It doesn't help because too far we don't have control all of that. Killed in a frig accident. Give me 2 libraries. Money. Of course. Get another port. This can definitely feed the population. Oh yeah, most certainly. All right. Before we think about that, let me look at the others. Apparently, you forgot something. It says needs one of you. I mean, yes, you did all that. That was great, but after many episodes, I failed to look at the part. Capital import route is always good. So I guess they're going down this way then, before we even get to Worldport. Well, meanwhile, no other priorities to speak of. Neither is that way. At least as far as I'm concerned. So I guess we're gonna start going down this way then. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Start with this. Overall population happiness goes up, which is always good for provincial loyalty. And more capital import routes. Get the honey. Honey's important now. This increases diplomatic reputation in An increase in diplomatic reputation is a bonus when we're trying to improve relations with Kinda. We're trying to get them over here. Actually, we can make them a feudatory instead of having them pay tribute to us. And you know, a feudatory is always good because this does not take up the diplomatic relations. Not to mention we got rid of all the aggressive expansion. No need to befriend him. We're gonna bring them in soon, in a couple of months. Plus for diplomatic reputation, +2. See that down there? Increases the likelihood that other nations will consider diplomatic proposals. The effects that is aggressive expansion decay, integration speed, and improve opinion maximum. Oh, hold on. I think we just finished improving their relations to us. Can I send you another gift? Not enough. Yeah. After weeks of nervous looks and smirks, according to whispers circling the palace trying to reach the ears of the Malik. Seems someone's spreading rumors and spinning yards of his unequal perfectly and unfitness for the throne. A damage has been done, and all looked how the Malik would deal with the situation. Will I get rid of Foolish, or will I drop popularity again? Ah, there goes my popularity again. Damn! We almost had him! And we can't improve relations much more. But, however... You know, you're gonna spend diplomatic relations, but... Also, mercantile stance is actually better within diplomatic range. 20 within diplomatic range. Notice mercantile stance. Alright. The only way to get him is to befriend a man. Well, meanwhile... Why can't I read that part? Come on, stay awake. I know it's a little dull on my end, but to be fair, I didn't get much sleep. I had issues at night, but nothing to, to sneeze at. Since, I've been making those investments, you kind of indirectly, yeah, more room to build more things. Like grand theaters. Every city needs one. Get an academy then. And a library. 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 And this is gonna have a library soon too. Grain distribution. For Eliphas, Awash, these two areas there, grain distribution, while grain production, again, grain production next 300 months. And then I'll become the master of trade. Rest in peace, Governor. He's up to the task. You adopt our name. Okay. He's harsh. He's corrupt. Oh. Well, we got someone who's just as fine. But I got my eye on you. So you're arrogant. And keep it with centralize the population. Actually, no. Disregard. Hang on, man. Got everything going on here. He's plotting quietly, but when he's plotting quietly, it's not going to last long. It's not going to start a civil war. Keep that well in mind. Want to get it from Carthage. Let's experience the cave. So there you have it. The city of Mariaba and its entire surrounding province requires a greater number of imports in order to grow and thrive. We should entice merchants and traders to open new routes to our province so that we may import more goods and food to its capital. You got it. And embellish it, which will take a year to complete. Which one of this following must be true, which we do produce or import stone and wood. And upon completion, 2 nobles will appear there, and then local city building slots will increase along with its tax and civilization level for royal palace complex. Mariaba is the capital of our great kingdom, and yet it's not as grand and imposing as it befits a city of that stature. Let us undertake great works and turn this great city into the envy of the world. The announcement of Khalid II Izragi that Mariaba will open her doors to all able artisans, masons, and architects sent out to every corner of our kingdom. It is his will that no expense be spared to embellish the city and make it a true gem of Sabian culture. The world will look at my works as I gain some political influence and prestige out of this. Yes, sirree. Oh, hold on. There's gonna be some things spending here. Social satisfaction. The renovations of Mariaba is in some ways fundamentally reshaping the city. And not only through the addition of new quarters and around new buildings, every part of the city is given a new focus and a new change of status. The commercial district has largely reoriented itself to support a new class of artisans, scribes, and administrators that now make up a large part of the city's fabric, and even the slums in the new social order slowly materializing. As part of the wider works we are undertaking, we could extend the renovation to another part of the city as well. Yeah, he's only applying quietly. He'll get back to us. So I'll say, let us clean up the slums. I'm willing to pay the gold, clean them up for the next 5 years for faster population promotion speed. Yeah, and it's going out because it's winter time. 2 new building slots. Perhaps those tax offices would be a benefit. Gosh, is there any limit to having more libraries? But I think a grand theater would be very helpful. Since we got a grand temple, so why not have a grand theater as well? And get another aqueduct. As it's getting overpopulated, even though I do encourage people to get out and go somewhere. You know, there's no outgoing migration, which is an issue. I'm trying to spread the population instead of trying to keep them confined here, but I guess we'll let some in then. River outposts. Another capital import route. What else can we get? More wild game means archers discipline. Wish we had cedars, but you can't get them because some people are very touchy about them cedars. Them cedars. How about this for more camel discipline? Since the camel is the backbone of the Arabian military. That's the Parthian Navy, and this is what they got. It's a lot of cavalry. Some say that Yalnada is one constant. The deeds of the character of Tharin and Saba proceeding from the village of the capital to the shabbiest border town. Tharin has risen to great prominence and position as a public servant and aristocrat, and through his legendary private stories has the ear of everybody worth knowing in Mariaba. He could no doubt make a useful domestic ally. Member of the great family. He's loyal to us. How to fake a dress. I need the popularity up again. Since time immemorial, the great families of our country have also been prominently present in Mariana, close to the seat of power. With the currently ongoing renovations, however, the geography of the city is rapidly changing. Entire new blocks are being constructed of more durable materials and with better sanitation than ever before. It is no surprise, therefore, that the families of Yamnat have now begun to position themselves to acquire property close to and inside the new quarters. They're offering us sizable sums to be allowed access to the best plots. Yeah, the Admiral's the family head, but he's plotting quietly. He'll be back to us. So I'll say it's time for the Azumite family to triumph. It's about time you step up. All grown up now. Nice. She's depressed, unfortunately. Hurts the charisma. But she's prominent. Unfortunately, her charisma did not improve. But her finesse is still high up. Now, whenever she takes possession of the spoon, she'll have zeal to 6. And that martial one would be weakness. Well, oh, Marshal 7. Although she's corrupt. That's never good. Lack of charisma. Not looking good for you either. Disloyalty inspired. No, that's never good. I'm willing to pay all this money to you. To grant stipends and then bribe you. Never before has the streets of Arabia been as clean and its gardens so well kept. The stone palaces now make it immediately apparent that this is not just a city, but also the very center of a major power, an urban expression of splendor and wealth. Arabia is now a city of stone. Now we must guarantee its survival as a great capital. Because with the new building slots, get me another fortress. And another one on top of it. Because if anybody dares to capture our city in a defensive war, though unlikely, it would be a great tragedy if we were to lose that city to some... Try not to think about that. But in the meantime... Shoot. What? A farmer was working in the fields near Mariaba when a weird aberration was unearthed. A silver idol of some rustic, long-forgotten god, covered in strange runes that are indecipherable. Saba, who is an expert in such matters, said a malevolent spirit is trapped inside the statuette, and we have unwittingly unleashed a curse. Wow, he says that this is a terrible omen for our people. Not everyone's convinced that this is a stroke of bad luck. Oh! say, melt that statue down and make coins. I'm not afraid of some ancient spirit. Money's going elsewhere. Move those two pups. Bring them here. Get a library. Tired of waiting. Giving more popularity. We're almost there. Curious discovery, sour milk. Oh, it's still there. Lately, our farmers have been complaining that their cows have been producing sour milk that tastes of garlic and curdles almost immediately. It is so pungent and found that not even their cows will drink it. Many animals are dying. This dreadful phenomenon is spread countrywide. Though Caliph recognized it, there is murmuring that some god must have been greatly offended by some ill-advised behavior of the Illuminati leader. Well, I'm the one that just melted the statues and say, "Get me a library!" Well, I have no idea why this is happening to us. We should have put it back where it once came. I hope this doesn't escalate further. Adan, here. This is the major center of our faith. By the grace of the gods, we've become the custodians of this place. Encouraged by the focus of the state now being on Arabia Felix, the priests of these temples have come forward suggesting that we spend time and effort on improving the standing of their city. So we have 3 library buildings. And in the next 5 years, it's an enlarged shrine city. And now we'll spend 500 gold to renovate these shrines. The great shrines of Adan are not living up to the expectations of divine gods that they are. We must expand and renovate the temple complex and make it worthy of our name. So, at the same time that we just, did what we did here, now we gotta renovate it. The priests of Adan, as well as the Rab Khan, have greeted our decision to renovate and expand on the holy shrine of Adan with great joy and apprehension. In time, it is hoped that the city and its holy sites will become one of the great jewels of our nation and the Sabian world. Let them marvel. This will be ongoing for a year. May never know, I could build a holy site here. If the others don't beat me to it. Shrine renovations attracts trade. The renovations of Adan have attracted business for the entire province of Kataba. Recently, our magistrates report that there is a growing community of foreign merchants present throughout our settlements in the area. They are most welcome. what? Change it. We're gonna make even more fortune out of this. A mercantile diplomatic stance means that all efforts are focused on making new trade deals as well as increasing the profitability of existing ones. This will make them like us. Oh yeah, it will. Alright, there you go. That's what we wanted. That's why I wanted them to get back in here with us. It'll be a feudatory this time, as the Kendites are of the Yemeni culture group. So now they pay 3 manpower each month. We protect them if they attack. They'll join us in wars. Can be made an integral part sometime in the future. It's limited regarding diplomacy. Cannot cancel relation room. And this gives us, this gives them a Legion maintenance cost deductible on national citizen. Which, as a reminder, a feudatory is a small subject nation who gives a portion of their monthly manpower income to their overlord and is under their control. Feudatories do not cost the diplomatic slot, and cannot cancel the relationship, and may be integrated diplomatically under certain conditions. Feudatories are automatically called into overlord's wars. Feudatories must be of the same culture group as their overlord and also receive a cheaper army maintenance in exchange for less citizen happiness. They're back in with us. I have a feeling that I'm going to come up there and help you out with that situation of yours. Samad and Samad Revolt. It appears that Samad has... Good. Don't let either the Assyrian kingdom or Parthia touch a piece of Arabia. And there's an ongoing revolt. I would love to take advantage of that, but I have absolutely no reason to as of yet. We're focused on ourselves a little more. Samad revolt that we're training with now. Keep going. Temporary office. So this reduces the monthly wages for characters, reduces a bit of that cohort loyalty gain chance, and increases the threshold of civil war instead of decreasing it since we've been growing our nation. So now the threat of a possible civil war of any kind appears unlikely. 2 more innovations to go. I've had it with you here. Word has gotten around about the renovations being done in the province Kataba to the shrines of Adan. More work means more people are seeking their fortune far away from home. Among them, a great group of masons who arrived today. We will build a monument more lasting than bronze. 2 Sabian citizens have appeared there now. Keep on increasing the pomp and I may have to build a grand theater. Or better yet, an aqueduct. It's better that way. Remember, the Admiral's a family head also. Where's that at? Ah, Kinda. Oh, one day I'm gonna have to integrate you in. Or better yet, get rid of the holy site and put it down here. Because I don't want anybody else taking the credit. Almost done with the renovation. Renowned levies. Recently, a story about our soldiers has spread like wildfire, taking on a near mythical stance that only reinforces Yamnati's supremacy in battle. In one of our recent engagements, the levy from Arabia had been surrounded by the enemy, though our forces were outnumbered 7-1. Our warriors actually defeated the foe, scattering their hosts and seizing their baggage train. Returning to camp with the plunder and booty, one of our men boldly asked if the spoils from the battle should be handed out as a donative, in incentive to continue fighting. Fighting for Yamnat is privilege enough. I'll take the money because we're about to make a great donation. That's what I'm going to do instead of these other two options. Because I am not going to make any more investments. Renovations at an end. The renovations of the shrines in the city of Adan are rapidly coming to a close. However, with the immediate expansion, repairs and embellishment of the city and its temple compound completes the question of how it will be maintained in the future still remains. The priests themselves clearly expect a large donation of either land or money. We'll have to consider this. So, future funding for the temples will be decided through which one of these following tasks you choose. And I know what to do. Give them money. Lots of it. So with the expansion of the Adan Temple Complex, we need to ensure the priestly community has the means for continued support of services there. A great donation from the state treasury should be enough to keep them afloat for centuries to come. So, we'll spend 800 gold with this. The religious establishment will further reward Yamnat. 5 citizens and 2 nobles will appear there. Adan will gain a sacred temple complex, increasing the base tax to 3. State, same religion, happiness plus 10. And local noble happiness, say. Noble desired ratio, say. At long last, the renovations of Adan are complete. In the grand ceremony involving both the local priesthood and the Arab Khan, a grand blessing is bestowed upon both Khalib and the city itself. This day will undoubtedly live in the memory of the people of Arabia Felix for generations to come. By the grace of Arab Khan, I just need you to get on our side. You lustful, deceitful man, you. State cult for the next 5 years. Yeah, get an aqueduct. With that, we're done. Arabia of Arabia Felix is complete. Now, let's consider the future. This is the Samad Revolt. I assume this is their capital of the revolt. Nope, it's Tylos. Oh yeah, we gotta colonize all these back. We can move further into Defar. Good. Send them in. Yeah, we're inching closer and closer to you. Yeah, we're coming after you. That's the reason why we do have the manpower to send them there to colonize. But unfortunately not to repopulate Arabia again. Have to do that later. I'm just thinking about, okay, what's next? I mean, I know there's this mission, but I'm just looking around. There's going to be a day when we integrate them in 10 years' time. Got to get rid of that holy site, because if Adan has become such a holy city, I would rather build a holy site there. Makes more sense. Look at all this commerce compared to tax. Well, we're colonizing right now, so we're actually making more than I thought it would be. In a stunning display of generosity, Sufyan, a well-loved member of our religious institutions, commissioned a grand festival out of his own pocket. Thank you very much. Most of the commerce has come from the province of Saba. Huh. How about that? God, what's wrong with you? Why not? You're sponsoring games? This makes you more popular. Get rid of your depression, then you'll be good at everything except for martial. So I don't know if you will be the heir. Because to me, she looks like a strong candidate despite the lack of charisma. And the fact that she's corrupt doesn't help it. And Hanimat, she's narrow-minded, much like her older sister. I'm only about 41 years old. It's too early to worry about the succession. Colonize first. Move over. territories expanded. Shame on you. What are you doing, man? Pay up. Crud. The once powerful Yuezhi Confederation, which dominated southern Mongolia and Gansu for centuries, has been crushed by the upstart Chanyu Modun and his rising Xiongnu Confederacy. With the aid of their old nemesis, the Wusun, in 178 BC, the bulk of the Yuezhi fled west towards the Ili Valley and Sogdiana to escape the wrath of the mighty Chanyu. Finding their chances better fighting against the Saka tribes, Sogdians, and Ionians. They won't get far. There's the Yuezhi, said to be of the Bactrian group. And now there's the Saka Nord. The Yuezhi people have time and again forced the Saka people from their homes. First, the Ili Valley was taken by the Yuezhi following their migration from Gansu, forcing Saka peoples south and west. The Saka people were once again forced from their lands with the Yuezhi invasions of Sogdiana and then Bactria. Now the Saka people must once again push south to survive, pushing into the Greek and Indian kingdoms of Gandhara and the Indus River. This can't be good. Sakya. Good God. We're ranked at number 1, thanks to the total scoring population happiness. Give me the money because I know what I'm going to do with that money now. Despite your corruption, I'll give you this job. Because unfortunately, there's no more men here. Future is female. That's what it appears to be now. One of you's gonna be. You're 70, you're 36, so I'll go for the younger. And get yourself a wife. Sort by age. Well, it has to be her. I mean, it's in the family, and you're not distantly, I mean, you're not related, so it's fine. there you have it. Once again, not biologically related, so it's fine. As long as it's within the family. Migration. Memnonia. Who are the Memnonians? The Memnons. Not necessarily the tribe which gave birth to the myth of Memnon, the Prince of Troy. There were tribes surrounded by the neighboring war bands as well as the powerful Kushite kingdom above between the Kushites, the increasingly forested southern lands, which soon branched into heavy foliage covered. They benefited from the prosperity of its northern neighbor and the many routes of trade which exist between the Kushites and the southern tribes. Looks like they're going for these empty lands here. Looks like I'm gonna have to get rid of you people too. Because you're in those territories. It makes you wanna take, because we do have a casus belli on anybody that tries to live there. Doing this again. Yep, they're making themselves their home here. You know, we never controlled all of Bavaria. So you came from over there. And then Kilabat. Alright. You're corrupt, but you do have quite a marshal. You know what, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. You may not have the charisma, but make use out of it. If you happen to have a higher marshal than normal, may consider anointing you as the new heir. Now, what was I supposed to do? Yes. Expand the Navy. You need medium ships. Give me 20 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And it's going to take less number of days since, you know, we got different ports. There's more, since we got 3 ports, which each time should good speed. And Adan has a distinction, it also has a shipyard. Master of Trade. Gets finesse 3, and as ruler, national commerce income goes up more. Alright. I think it would be wise to go for oratory focus now, since you got your finesse up that you wanted. You got it. I got all the money in the world that's needed. Import tax. So increased import value. In future, when we get one more innovation, then we're gonna have ourselves a world port. Mamnonia to Kandoga. Chola is soon going to become a rival of Moria. I mean, they already fought in the past. Do have them as a feudatory. Must have been a special event they did down, kind of like what we did instead of had we not paid them. It's good to know. While the Navy is continuing to expand, yeah, I think it's time. Because we have the money and we have the manpower. Alright. So the first Legion will come from Punt. So give me 5 camels. Actually, hold on. Okay, this does have horse archers. Punt doesn't. Okay. 5 camels. And 5 light cavalry. And so it's 15. There's light infantry. You can get 2 supply trains. You can't go over the limit unless population increases, where we can increase the size of the Legion. And this is the total maintenance. How much money we're going to be spending, and manpower costs. You got it. Top men of the era. Many of you got your new jobs. It is a large step for our nation to show it has the resources to keep a standing army, as we have formed the Legion of Punt. We now stand as a nation above others. Our glorious nation enters a new era of professional soldiers that will show no mercy to our enemies. Additionally, they'll be able to forge a legacy of their own, and bravery or lack thereof shall determine its character. A new era has begun. So, Primogenia. So, this is the firstborn among the legions. This is the oldest and most venerable fighting unit that a soldier could be part of. Oh, maybe morale recovery up and core loyalty chance reduced. Well, meanwhile, Legion dedication. The founding of any standing legion is a monumental day in the history of our nation. With pride and honor, our loyal troops shall remember the oaths they swore whenever they do battle against our foes. Morale armies up, and some movement speed, and as well as the discipline up. And we're going to have the Legion of Arabia Felix. Though we'd be short on commanders. But I kind of got the idea. Get me more camels. And some horse archers to go along with it. Two more. And then the supply trains. This one ought to be a force multiplier. Like, this can have infantry. But we are a cavalry intensive army because that's part of our tradition as Arabians. It costs this much. So the supply train is just to keep them around. We will not be very good at siegecraft due to the lack of engineers and large numbers of infantry. But that will be compensated by Remember that we have the heavy ships in our fleet. We can use that to create a breach in the coastal fortresses. That's what they'll be used for. But if the fighting's going to be inland, then heaven forbid, because that's why we're trying to get them on our side. So get them in. Yeah. So there you go. Our first legions. Why did we even have you along? You have 0 martial. But there's a way to compensate that. Hang on. Got a trick. What did Province Solitude looks like? Well, they're good for the most part. Sometimes forget that all of these. Get me the honor guard. So, create the honor guard, which a Macrobian warrior will join the court. Now, the teens will not like it, but okay. So, there'll be increased culture habitus because we do have an honor guard. This is the people renowned for their fierce martial prowess. Let us create an honor guard for our ruler to compose only of the finest warriors. This will give us the protection we need, and we'll show the people how much we appreciate they do for our country. Ahemnor Hasamid. Macrobian has sent us a man to fulfill the role of the home guard of Mariaba. Time will only tell if we can actually put this new warrior to use, or if this appointment is a mere formality to please his cultural kin. Surely we have some use for him. You're my friend now, and not ideal, but weak-willed, deceitful. He's brave, he's reckless, and he's honor guard. Keep your eye on that man. So, get in there. You said to be brave. Okay. I'm just chuckling at the fact that this man's got a marshal, but hey, we could drill the army right here. Just get started on that. Same for you. Drill, drill, drill. It helps with the military experience gain. Well, I'll end this episode soon. I'm going to cut it short. Normally I end these videos in about the span of 2 hours, but I'm going to make it short. Old man, young man. Gotta find a job for you. And I think there's room for that. Alright, which one of you is getting out of here? Commander cannot be removed. Nobody can be removed before. Cred! Okay, check the offices. I'm sure some of them are talented people. Oh yeah, I know for a fact that you're going to be gone soon. You've just been replaced. He'll do. Now we need another. Oh my goodness. Every single one of them. Y'all want jobs, huh? Okay then. You can have this. You can have that. Okay, we're getting rid of the minor characters. How about I adopt you? Actually, that's up to me to adopt. There's no possible characters. Crud! There's room. Okay. Anyone else? You. Now it's up to us, okay. It's like reshuffling a deck. No longer importing dates. Yeah, I'll find you a woman. Dates. That's where we lost. What's your name again? Who's single? You. You'll have to do. Keep us loyal. Barbarians in the Somali desert. Stop drilling and get moving on. Your morale will increase with time. So we've raised 2 armies and expanding our navy, and we still got excellent income, plus from the tributes from our subjects. Amazing. They're going up. We'll meet them. Animal. Go to Mosilon. It's the Admiral and the daughter. Well, it's mainly the Admiral, who's in poor health. Makes me want to get rid of you. Training? For what? Well, I'm gonna have to bribe you again. It's a way to keep you on our side. And there's nobody we can adopt. I guess we did everything we could to improve you locally. Done well for yourself. So after we build more of these medium ships, and then in future, in next episode we'll build another class of medium ships to build 20 of those. And then after that create a separate navy that is strictly for fast transport only. Because that's how I run my navy. Typically, in my past playthroughs. So, I guess we can end that episode on that note as I look at hers. 14. Although I'm hoping that she would most definitely improve her martial with time. Like, I'd like to see it go up to 11 personally. And maybe I'll consider anointing her as a new heir. Because we're used to having leaders with low charisma. And the way to earn charisma is through battle. And we can't expand any more to that unless population increases. Here we go. 30, 35. My man. You adopt our name. Nicodemus, it calls you. Training to increase his martial. Propose that instead of doing absolutely nothing, some training is done. I think we found a perfect job for you. Let's see. Hang on. Anyone who's not a member of that family. He's his target. You're all good men, but you, get out. Make room. Got plenty of better people. There we go. Solved our issue. Now, time to drill. So, I think that'll be it. We'll just let them drill for a while, and then on the next episode, as we continue to recover our manpower while enriching ourselves, which I'm going to have to spend it on some areas that I've not improved upon. Okay, one more event. An ivory carver, master of his craft, has approached us and gifted the royal family a magnificent statuette carved from the purest ivory. The many details he carved show the care and love he has for the art and the divine. It is a most impressive piece, yet we have to decide what to do with it. Displaying it on the throne would surely impress visitors, yet we could also gift it to the temple for this representation of deity. Should we have to, we could also sell it. Other carvers, I sure appreciate this act. Oh, displayed in the palace. The next 5 years. So, that, ladies and gentlemen, will end this episode. I'm waiting for the unit construction to finish right about now. Okay, so these ships will continue to be built and be sent to our main navy here. And the next episode, we'll continue to expand upon our navy while drilling our armies to be ready for future conflicts and such. So finally, in the next episode, Arabian Dreams, where it'll be time to come build an economic empire, one that currently exists only in our dreams. So, we'll do all that and more in the next episode. And as well as a future war against Memnonia. Because, we want to get them out of the way for our continued expansion and such. So, we'll see you in the next episode, but until then, so long for now.